I think I figured out sleep, guys. Welcome to the Fizzy, everybody, where it's your host, the Fizzyhead, or Fizzy. Actually, I should call myself Fizzyhead. So yeah, it's your host, Fizzyhead, aka Fizzy, aka Amin, and in this show, I talk about my journey on trying to figure out a way to make real money. And this show is really a diary vlog, I guess, or maybe it's like a daily vlog of my progress towards my goal. So let's begin. Let me just make sure I have everything here. And let me also make sure that everything is according to plan. And it does seem that way. So now, let's begin. So, the first segment of the show is what I did today to make money. Honestly, you know what? I think I figured out sleep. It's gonna sound weird, but hear me out. Basically, what happened was in the past few days, I've been trying these, you know, in the past few days, there's a new method that I've tried, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. For a long time, I just don't know why. Every time I would sleep, it always felt like I got tired. I woke up tired. And I'm talking about years. In the past years, I did play around with like wearing the wristband that detects how you sleep and stuff like that. I forget what it's called. Fitbit, yeah, Fitbit for your wrists, for your wrist when you go to sleep to measure how you sleep. And through that, I learned that for me, I need 7 hours of sleep. I guess 7 to 8 hours of sleep for me to be optimal. The thing is, that helped. Is just even after finding that out, and this is like a couple years ago, I guess. Even after finding out that I need 7 to 8 hours of sleep personally to get enough sleep, I still felt that every time I would go to sleep, I would wake up tired, tired as fuck. So now, you know, so I woke up tired as fuck. So what I did actually in the past few days was I did an experiment, and that experiment was really to go to sleep wearing earplugs and in order to reduce the sound, and the result from that was phenomenal. The result was slash is that any sound that is 20 decibels or less was completely blocked out, and any sound that was more than that was really muffled. And that resulted in that. So what I'm trying to get at is, oh, actually that resulted in that, and because of that, in the past few days, especially last night, my sleep quality has gotten better, a lot better. And you know it's fucking crazy because especially last night, I went to bed last night and I just put in sleep things, like the earplugs in, and I slept, and then I woke up right for work, and then I realized that for work, they had asked me not to come in for at least like the next 3 4 hours. So this is what I did. I was like, okay, I was awake at that point. I woke up in the morning, and then I see an email asking me to come in at work later. So it was like whatever. I woke up. I was like, I was at work by 7, but then they had asked me to come in at 10. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So now I have like 3 hours to spare, right? So what I do is I stay around, and then I'm like, okay, what the fuck should I do? So I was tired, right? I'm still tired because for some reason I just felt tired. I had like maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep, I guess, at that point. I did. So what I did was, so I was still tired, and I kept roaming around trying to figure out what to do. Stayed online and really, just kept thinking that what the fuck is it that I should do now? Then a thought occurred in my head. I was like, why don't I just catch up on my sleep? So then I tried to go to sleep. I couldn't. What I did then was this is the new part. I put in earplugs in my ears and then I try to sleep. And I swear to God, weirdly enough, because all the sound was blocked and there was some sort of weird calming effect that happened because I would put my earplugs in, I couldn't hear anything, and I realized that I realized that there were a lot of sounds that would happen around the house that I would hear without the earplugs, but I didn't hear because I had the earplugs in, and suddenly I just fell asleep. Not instantly, but like quickly, like in the next 15 minutes. And that never happens. That never used to happen. I always used to find myself awake, but I didn't know why I was awake. And now I think I figured out that it was all those sounds, the 15 decibel, 20 decibel sounds that would randomly pop up, and then I would wake up in a jerk or something, and but by that time the sound would disappear, so I wouldn't know in my sleep, I wouldn't know what the fuck that sound was, and then I would then be groggy because I would be up and down in my sleep, right? This time though, I just went to sleep and I fucking killed it, and I just woke up right after, like dreams and everything. So that was pretty fucking good. So I think I figured that out. So the reason I bring that up is the reason why I bring up sleep is I think I'm gonna try it again tonight, and I'm gonna keep trying to master sleep. And I believe that sleep is important. I fucking hate how much sleep I need. It's just I believe that sleep is important for my brain to function, because I woke up today. When I woke up today, after my completed uninterrupted sleep, when I woke up, I was just ready to get all the work done. I felt good, and it was just a feeling I hadn't had in a long time. I'm talking years. I don't remember how good I had a sleep like this before. Maybe one time when I figured out that I needed 7 hours of sleep through my Fitbit, but that's it. So, you know, that's a discovery that happened. And I believe for me to make real money and make those decisions, quality decisions, and fast decisions, I'm going to need quality sleep, uninterrupted quality sleep. And I think I just figured out that I probably was getting interrupted in my sleep, and now that I have my earplugs, so yeah, so I think that's gonna resolve it. So basically, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my earplugs in as I go to sleep, and I'll find out like what sleep earplugs specifically designed for sleep are there available, and I'll put them on, and I hope the result of that is going to be that I get uninterrupted quality fucking sleep where I don't hear any sound that is just random and annoying, and I don't wake up in the middle of the night because of random fucking sound. Excuse me, random fucking sound made by people just walking around and stuff. So that's pretty freaking cool discovery. The next segment of the show is what I plan to do to make money. Well, this hasn't changed much. It's frankly, the plan is to keep continue. Well, the plan is to continue following Alex Hermosi's book called The $100 million Offer, and keep making progress on finding ways of delivering solutions to your niche and your prospects. With that, because that's such an important part of the whole process, I think it's the most important apart from selecting the niche. It is probably the most important part, because over here, what you're trying to do is you're trying to find all the ways where you can deliver value, or aka the solution, to your customer in, I don't know, whatever media and whatever the service itself is. In my case, it's since it's my first offer, it's time management. So let's see what solutions I come up with in order to create the all of that time value. So, what solutions I come up with in order to create a package for my people, my niche. So because it's such an important step, I'm just gonna keep following it. So the next step is really to continue following Alex Ramosi's book and create a list of massive list of ways of delivering your solution to your niche, and that's gonna result in really a massive list of solutions, which can be provided to your customer and to your niche. And hopefully the niche, the people, if they exist, the people will see that value, or rather have that value told to them, and they would think to themselves that, oh my god, like all of this, wow, all of this for that much price. Well, that's me quoting Alex Hormozy, by the way. So yeah, that's the idea. Now, the next segment of the show is your next video improvement. Let me just make sure about this. Yeah, exactly. Your next video improvement. Well, before we go into the next video improvement, let's talk about the previous video improvement. In the previous video improvement, we were thinking about watching our time. Well, not thinking, but talking about timing ourselves, and that's what we started doing. And I think that's a great action that we have decided to do. Effectively, what that is in order for us to avoid rambling on without a direction, and in order for us to stay to a point, rather stay guide ourselves into a general direction in a conversation, especially when you're talking to the camera and we're trying to deliver a point to either yourself, Fizzy, or someone else. We thought that in order for us to do that, we decided that we are going to time ourselves. And really, that has been having such a positive effect because of us deciding to time ourselves. Now we are able to really understand our speech patterns and recognize what we need to improve. Now, leading up from that, the next video improvement, from just building up on that note alone, for the next video improvement, what we're going to do is we are going to use a 2-minute hourglass. And what this is going to provide us with is a visual of how much time has passed and if we are over or under the 2-minute mark of our point delivery. And that's the result of it. Hopefully the result also, another result out of that would be that our communication style would become better, and we would be able to streamline our show and just our delivery method of delivery, a method of talk point delivery. The next section of the show is one good thing about myself. Well, one good thing about myself is that I am an unstoppable force in the sense that, well, not unstoppable force. Well, that's, what, fuck it. Let's just give a little more detail over there. One good thing about ourselves is that our nature is to keep doing things. Our nature is to be explosive. Our nature is, my nature, Fizzy, and yours, is that we can't stay still. So we want to keep going. We want to start and we want to keep going. And that translates into the moment we have a task in front of us, we just want to run. We want to start running. We hate staying put. And regardless of what it is, whether it's like a tough situation or an easy situation, we always want to start and keep going. And we want to power through things. That's the thing. No matter how hard they get, we want to just power through it. We do get tired and we do hate it sometimes, and we get annoyed and we tire ourselves out and we like fall and then feel really down and low. Despite all of that, we feel that our habit is to power through things. Case in point, this video, like right here, we just did over 50 videos, and we started with nothing, literally nothing. We didn't even know how to talk, and here we are. We power through it. So the action is really just to power through things, and that's what we do. That's what we're doing. We're powering through this video thing, and the result of that's gonna be that we don't know where we're gonna end up, but we're gonna keep powering through it and hopefully find success somehow. So the good thing about, just so to sum it up, the good thing about ourselves is that we power through things like a boss, like a champ. The next section, now let's move on to the next section. The next section of the show is, who is Fizzy? Fizzy is unstoppable. It's an unstoppable force. Fizzy, you are just an unstoppable force. So that's who you are. The next section of the show is software, Spotify. The next segment of the show is questions and answers. No questions, so no answers. Next segment of the show is remarks. And you know what? I do have a remark. It's related to the sleep thing. So, as I mentioned earlier, I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but it seems like we may have figured out our sleep, made progress in our sleep quality and how to give ourselves proper sleep. So it's built up on that. After we went to sleep the second time today, what happened was we found ourselves lucid dreaming. And I think it's lucid dreaming. I don't know what it's called. Basically, what had happened was I was in a familiar area. It was like some sand was there, but then it was also like a manufacturing and factory setting. So it was familiar area for me. I was just walking around, and then I was on the phone. I was on the phone with two people, and these two people, it was like two girls. I don't know. I didn't know them. Like, I don't remember ever meeting someone like them in my life. So I just knew that there were some, in my reality, there were some people out there that were just, I don't know, working, I guess. Like, there was some structure was moving around, like cranes and stuff. And I was here. It was bright. Sunlight was there. It was daytime. And I was on the phone with these two girls, and these two people and girls were like, the conversation started good, but then they started being rude to me and making fun of me. And then this kept happening. So what I did was I shot back at them. Like, they were making fun of me or calling me out in like a weird professional but mean way. And what I ended up doing, initially it bothered me in the dream. I was like, "Oh my god." But suddenly I somehow decided in the dream, I guess somehow I decided that, I don't know consciously or not, but I just remember feeling that this is nonsense. And then I started fighting back with them, arguing back with them over the phone. And this never happens. Every time dreams happen, I have never caused myself to fight back. It's always been like, oh, the dream happened and it happened. No, this time I was arguing back with them. And the result of that was I argued back with them at length, and as I was arguing, it kept going back and forth for a long time. I remember the whole conversation. It went back and forth for a long time. And then as I woke up, I remembered that conversation. I was talking in it. And then I woke up in my real life, and I felt so fucking confident. And like, I've never felt that confident before after I slept. After I sleep and wake up, I always feel groggy. Sometimes I feel if I had full sleep, that I'll feel good. But this time, I just felt freaking confident. And I was like, and as I woke up, I remember thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? I should have said this to them on the phone. Then I'm like, holy shit, wait. That was a dream? What the fuck? So, my point with all of that is, I think I lucid dreamt. I don't know. It felt real. I don't remember thinking to myself, "Oh my god, this is a dream." I remember thinking to myself, "Yo, this is what these people are saying is bullshit." And then I started arguing with them. I was like, "No, you know what? This is extremely disappointing what you're doing." And I'm arguing in a very professional way, mind you. I'm not cursing. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just arguing to them as if I would be fighting, like arguing in a professional manner. Like I'm saying things like, "Oh yeah, you know, this is disappointing what you're doing. I know what you're doing. This is a very bad methodology and it's not fair, blah blah." So I think I lucid dreamt, and the result of that lucid dreaming was that I just woke up feeling fucking confident. So I think, you know what? Just to sum it up from that whole fucking ramble, I think I lucid dreamt and then I ran a simulation in that dream. Like my brain ran a simulation and the simulation was successful. And the result of that successful simulation, the result of how I felt during that simulation, that feeling, that resultant feeling, so that feeling transferred over into me as I woke up. So I think I somehow, either by accident or by some subconscious level, way or level, I I lucid dreamt and I fought back and did a bunch of shit. And then I was like, yeah, I won or something like that. I don't know, whatever. Like, yeah, fuck this. And then I woke up feeling that fuck this way. And I just knew in my brain, like, okay, you know what? Next time this happens, do this, do that, do that. So that's like a weird. I feel like there's like a weird lucid dream going on where my brain ran a simulation. I ran a simulation. And then that simulation was a success. And because of that, my mind felt even more refreshed. So that's fucking crazy. I don't know what to make of it. I'm gonna see if I can do that again tonight. And with that being said, thank you for watching. Fizzyhead, this you trippy bastard. Keep doing it. Keep doing whatever you're doing. And for anybody else who's watching, may all your dreams come true. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. God bless. Fizzyhead out.